Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Now today's video is all about this SSD, which is Gimmicks XPG A70 Blade Gen 4 SSD for PS5. Completely compatible with PS5, and we will be installing this SSD. Step-by-step installation will be shown by me in this video because there is a port inside PS5 for the space expansion, so we'll be expanding it with this 1 TB unit of my XPG SSD Gen 4 SSD, and post that I'll be showing you what read and write speeds which we are getting, because PS5 will format this SSD and show us the speed of its compatibility with PS5. So without further ado, let's start the video. And also during the installation I'll be installing a heatsink with this SSD, so you'll get an idea how to install the heatsink, a dedicated heatsink on this SSD, and then installing it in PS5. So without further ado, let's start the video. Let's begin. For the fitting of the external SSD in PS5, you need to flip the PS5 upside down. This is the DVD side of the PS5 or DVD player side, and you need to remove this shell from the PS5. For that you need to just lift this edge adjacent to the DVD player. You just need to lift this up and pull the casing downwards, so this will be easily removed. So guys, this is the SSD which you get inside, and this is particularly the heat spreader, and it comes with a thermal paste sticker behind which you can apply on the SSD and directly install the SSD to PS5. So you can install it this way also, or I will suggest that rather than installing this, go with a dedicated heatsink. So guys, this is the heatsink which I have personally purchased. It is a completely metal heatsink, as you can make out from the sound, and it is from the company JE. I'll be posting a link in the description for this heatsink to be purchased for PS5. And you get all these things inside the box. I've already opened the box. You get 8 screws and dedicated screwdriver for fixing those screws, and you get 3 thermal stickers. What you have to do is that you have to paste this red thermal sticker on the base of this heatsink over here. Then you have to keep the M.2 SSD, and then on the M.2 SSD you have to apply this blue sticker on top of it, and then you have to place this heat radiator on top of that. So entirely it will be getting squeezed inside this. There will be a sandwich adjustment, and it will allow you to dissipate heat quite fast. So what I will do is that I'll fix the M.2 SSD in this, and then I'll show it to you. Guys, this is how you need to install the thermal stickers. See, the pink thermal sticker is applied on the outer casing over here of the heatsink, and the blue is applied on the radiator grill over here. And first you need to put bottom casing over here like this, and then the thermal sticker applied radiator grill will be inserted like this. So this is ready. Now you need to apply the screws over here, and this can be inserted in your PS5 SSD port. So this is how you need to install the SSD. Now let's get back to the PS5. So guys, this is how the ready SSD looks with the heatsink. It is ready to be installed. So you just need to install it in this PS5 port over here, and then we are ready to go. So I'll install it and I'll let you see how it looks after the installation. So guys, for the installation you get this spacer provided by Sony itself inside this socket over here, inside this port over here, and this screw is also provided. So you need to place this spacer according to the size of your SSD, which is in my case 80 over here. So the spacer provides support for the entire SSD when it will be placed and fitted over here. And after the fitting, you need to rest the SSD on the spacer and fix the screw over here. So I'll just fix it and I'll show you how this is to be done. See guys, now the SSD is perfectly installed. This is the heatsink, and the spacer is giving the support to the entire heatsink and the SSD over here, and the nut has been installed. So it is a precise fit, and the thing about this heatsink is that you can apply this heatsink and also apply the lid which comes, the default lid which comes with PS5. You can also place this lid perfectly. I'll show you how. See, it's a perfect fit. With the heatsink you can apply the lid of the SSD socket which comes by default in the PS5, and it is fitting perfectly, and you need to apply the nut now and the installation is done. So now I'll just fix this nut and let's go to the screen of PS5 after I boot the PS5. You can also install the inbox heat spreader which comes with the XPG Gen 4 SSD with the thermal sticker behind over here. This is a heat spreader and this is a heat sink, but my recommendation would be go with a dedicated heat sink, because heat spreader only spreads the heat on the surface of the SSD, and the heat sink, due to the presence of this radiator grill over here, it will distribute the heat evenly on the surface of the SSD, and it will also radiate it out rather than the heat spreader just spreading the heat. So this will be more effective way of cooling by applying a heat sink rather than a heat spreader. So my recommendation would be go with a dedicated heat sink rather than a heat spreader. You can store this and keep it for some other use, but my recommendation is absolutely go with a heat sink in case of Gen 4 SSD of PS5. So guys, now we have booted the PS5 and I've connected it after the installation of the SSD. Now let's see what message do we get. Now see guys, this message is clearly being displayed that M.2 SSD storage has been installed. You need to format it because it's a new PS5 storage media. So this default message is coming from PS5, so we'll format it and now we'll get to know the speed of performance of this SSD compatibility with PS5. So let's see now what speed we get. So now guys, I'm formatting the SSD. See, now the formatting has started. Now let's see what speed do we get. See now guys, the formatting has been completed in just few seconds, like 5 to 10 seconds it took, and the SSD was completely formatted. Now the read speed which we are getting is around 6378 MBs per second, which is really lovely for this SSD, and being an affordable SSD giving this amount of speed shows that it is completely compatible with PS5. See, now it is giving the message that M.2 has been successfully formatted. Go to settings, storage, installation location. To safely remove M.2 SSD, turn off PS5 first. So for removing also it is giving instructions. So let's go inside PS5 now. See, it is successfully booted now, PS5. This is the welcome screen. Let's go inside my profile. Now let's go to settings. And here you have to go to the storage option. Now see, it is detecting over here M.2 SSD storage, and it is showing 1.03 TB. So really lovely. Now at this affordable cost you are getting a 1 TB SSD for PS5, which gives a good read speed which is above 6300 MB per second. So I'll be posting the link for this SSD in the description below, so you can go ahead and be rest assured that this works with PS5 and you can go and buy this from Amazon. So this was it for this video, and also I'll be posting the unboxing of this PS5 with this TV, which is VU Masterpiece flagship TV from VU California, the brand, and it is a gaming TV which supports 120 FPS at 120 Hz. So if you have not watched this video, I'll be posting that video in the I button, so you can go and watch the detailed unboxing of PS5 and its performance with this TV, which is VU California at 120 Hz. The gaming performance is really good, so you can go and watch that video also. So that's it guys for this video. I'll catch you in the next one, and I hope you like this video and you know the regular drill. Please do like and do subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for such videos coming ahead. Bye bye for now. Take care. Have a nice day. Goodbye.